Gunpla Network presents the Real Grade Gundam Epyon from Gundam Wing series review. Big thanks to Rypla Builds, Ryan. Awesome man, he's given me this kit to build and then I'm going to gloss coat decals and stuff and send it back for display. So let's crack on with this awesome kit's review. Frame. This kit has a highly detailed inner frame, but you will notice the green bits I guess I didn't have to put on there. Well, the chest no, the head yes, to make the head. But in a typical real grade, the earlier ones, you could do just the frame and maybe they weren't as detailed or as nice. But in this one, you do have to add those white bits because that is literally the joint between the upper and lower leg. And if you don't build those fins in when you do it, you'll have to then take it all apart to put it in again. So depends if you want a frame only RG, I guess. Alright, it's a great frame, it definitely has articulation and it looks awesome, so that passes the first test. Here it is, just loaded up with all the armor and no accessories yet. So I love real grades because, and I've said this many times before, I can't remember how many this is now, if it's like 20 out of the however many they've got now, I don't know, but they're good. For the most part I love them because you get that master grade level detail with that high grade level size, so your cabinet space is safe. And this is no exception. It's got multiple colors, shades of reds. I wish the white was silver and grey, you'll see later with the master grade next to it, but otherwise awesome coloring. Accessory time. Now this is what you get with the kit. It's not a lot compared to some kits, but I think the devil is in the detail and it looks great. Alright, Epyon beam sword. This is it in its closed form. Now with its closed form, you can attach that to the side skirt and that's it. It just hangs there like that. Or I guess you could put the cable and have it in closed mode in the hand, but yeah. For the most part it's undergated, except you'll see at the end there was a couple of, I don't know why they didn't join that on the inside. I still got to clean up some of the nubs before I send it back. But this works really well for the hanging on the hip part. That opens and closes to detach the sword. Here it is in its, I guess, open mode. So you put that in the hand, it holds really well. The cable's super flexible, it's not too long. The beam effect part looks great. Here's the Epyon shield with nothing attached to it so far. Now, unfortunately, I did stress fracture that little piece you see there on the left-hand side of it. Just be careful if you have to, for any reason, like I put a part in backwards and had to take it apart. Be careful prying this off because one part stuck, couldn't get it out, and it ended up, bending a bit when I was trying to take it off. Not hugely noticeable, but it is there, so just be careful with that. Alright, so here's the Epyon shield with the heat whip or heat rod attached to it, and I loved it because the heat rod is the only part that is a B runner, which is prefab. It's all together. You don't have to do anything with this except snip it off, do the two nubs, and that's it. This thing, you got to twist them all to break the kind of seal at first, but then you can twist them, you can bend them, and unlike the master grade on the Tall Geese and the Epyon, I didn't feel like I was going to break this thing just touching it. So that's awesome. Now here it is in its closed form. If you just take the back piece, you can see the peg there. That whole piece pulls off the cover. You can then rotate the bottom piece to either have the peg or the hole, and flip it to the hole side, and peg side, and you can put the sword piece in at the end, or the dagger tip on. So works really well there. I mean, it was a bit stiff rotating that piece at first, but overall, it works really well. And then that's actually how you turn that piece around, turn it 90 degrees, and that peg piece comes off and on again, and that creates your attachment to the back of the Epyon for the dragon mode. Alright, so here's the Epyon shield loaded up fully again. I probably won't be able to take it all apart and show you it because I'm wearing the gloves and obviously they look great, but they're very slippery. You can see there, that piece I'm talking about where the blue attaches underneath the bottom is the bit that rotates up or down once you remove the backside. There's that stress fracture, unfortunately. So the tail, like I said, you can just kind of bend it within reason. Don't go super far, but yeah, you can. This is a lot more flexible than the master grade version of it. That tail tip twists at the end too. Alright, here it is up on an action base stand. So this is pretty good. Like, I mean, it's got that action base adapter that I love. It goes in, like the new Gundam and a couple of others, it goes in under the backpack. So you just attach it to any of the action base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a square peg to round hole piece there. And then it moves the thrusters up and it clips it straight into the back. Spread those wings out, and then you get those either love or hate bits, which is the extending wings that come out inside. Again, another gimmick. I love that about real grades. They're packed with, you know, armor moving and extra bits. All right, articulation. So for the most part, it's actually really, really good. I kind of wish the wings would fold back a little more, but not too bad overall. And there's that kind of, you're looking at the multiple shades of red, the dark blue, some grey for the frame. Now the head, just be careful because the V-fin and the ears will pop off. Not much you can do there. It looks down, looks up. There you go, it looks up, and it will come off if you're not careful. It's like just held on by a ball joint. And it will go side to side, but you got those big ear pieces on the side of the wings. So, all right, the wings will rotate back, but then again, they're going to hit if that armor piece hits on the backpack, so you can't rotate them fully. You can get a little bit, and if you don't have those leaning forward in the right kind of position, this thing will not stand on its own, despite how strong it is. It's just back heavy. All right, there's the armor piece for the shoulders. It rotates forward, same with the back, and then they can kind of slide up, down a touch, like that, and then that's to do with the transformation, I believe. The shoulders do go up, and you can rotate the arm up a bit, but not fully, like 90 degrees up. Now you got these fangs or claws on the forearm for the dragon armor mode, and that's just like they're going to hinder the arm moving. But then again, you can rotate, you can move up, push that out of the way, and you will get a decent bend out of it. But this thing doesn't have a beam rifle or a huge shield to hold, so it's not really a problem. And they kind of rotate that way, left, right, you know. It's pretty good standard 2020s real grade articulation. Like, if you think about it, since the, what was it, like the unicorns? We haven't really had a prefab B runner since then, so it's all been pretty good with the whole master grade thing. Oh, that, sorry, when we twist up on the arms too, the waist is good. But when you twist up on that arm, it will lock in place. There's kind of like a hole you turn to remove the arms. You'll see when you're building it. The cockpit. Yeah, he fell over. The cockpit, I can't do... Sorry, I won't be able to do anything because I actually built that wrong. Just be careful. I had the cockpit the wrong way, so let's remove that for now. It does slide up and down. The front skirts go up. Side skirts go up. Now the back skirt splits open. It actually, like, just, yeah, for the transformation mode will... you know, kind of fully open up, and that allows you to flick the legs and the hips back. So legs got a good amount of movement there. You will get some armor sliding gimmick. The fins move on the legs, not the side though. It will turn a bit side to side. I don't think you can do the splits with it. You got the side skirts there, and that will hinder it. Now the feet obviously become the dragon's heads, so they got their own kind of gimmick going on. You can rotate forward, flip the yellow piece up for the antenna, I guess, or whatever. And then the bottom of the mouth actually drops open as well, like the foot splits. So it's pretty cool. What I will say is I won't do the transformation for you, but this goes all the way back when you flip that open. There's a rotating hip piece. To unlock the rotating hip piece, you need to flip the crotch cover forward, which I think wasn't as highlighted in the guide as it should have been. There it is in the mobile armor mode. It's actually a really cool transformation once you look at it, but remember, just flip that crotch cover forward and you'll be fine. It looks really good in the mobile armor mode, so I mean, if you have a master grade and you've got the real grade now, 50-50 it. Like, I mean, you could put one in the MS mode, one in the MA mode. I kind of think it's a bit silly that it turns into a dragon. For me, a mobile armor is like ship, a tank. That's what they turn into, but you know, this is Gundam. We're not going to question it. Overall, a great kit to build. I really enjoyed it. It doesn't have too many issues. There's a fair bit of undergating. I would paint those white bits grey, as you'll see. Otherwise, here it is with the high-grade Witch from Mercury. I'm about to do a review of this kit probably next week. It was an impromptu one. I didn't mean to, but yep. There's the scale comparison for a pretty standard 2023-24 high grade. Here it is with the real grade Wing Zero Gundam for its real grade wing comparison. I did have the tall geese, but this was easy to get to on my shelf. It's good, a good size comparison. I think the Zero is kind of a touch shorter. And I don't know if that's because that's like a 10, 12, 13-year-old kit and just maybe the scale's a touch different for the new ones. But they should be similar in terms of height anyway from the series. They're 16.1 meters or 16.8 meters. Alright, here it is with the Master Grade. Now, as much as I love the Master Grade, and this was a limited edition one, the Gundam Base Edition, which are all nice in titanium shiny colours, the nubs on the Master Grade version suck. Like, they just everywhere. It ruined the special coating in certain places because there's nothing you can do. If you were painting a normal Master Grade, it's probably fine, but bad nubs. Also, not as flexible as the real grade, not as solid as the real grade. I actually have to use the wings to get this thing to stand up. It lives on an action base in my shelf next to the Tall Geese 3, which can stand on its own. So, yeah, overall, the real grade is superior. Here it is, just standing there, loaded with the shield, the swords on the hip, and that's it. Guys, I would highly recommend this kit. This is a great kit. The detail, coloring, undergating, flexibility and posability of it, the transformation, it's all top tier. I love it. I may end up picking up another one and painting it later on for my own collection. And that brings us to the end of the review. Whether you like the transformation, the Dragon Armor, Gundam or Mobile Armor mode, whether you like the MS form, it's all great. Definitely pick this kit up, guys. Big thanks to Ryan from Ryplar Builds for sending this kit my way. I'll return it to the shop for display shortly. Yeah, from underneath, it still looks like a Gundam. Sorry, there's nothing you can do about it. You kind of have to look from the top down or side on. Alright guys, keep building. Catch you later.